Alrighty, guys, welcome back. We are watching episode 8 of Bakemonogatari. This is episode 8, right? I think so. This is the finale of this arc. I am real excited. I guess we'll just get into it. Last time, man, a whole bunch of stuff happened, that's for sure. You should probably listen to the discussion of the last episode if you want to hear all my thoughts. I feel like there's not much point in rehashing it all. But yeah, I guess we're just gonna go ahead and get started. There's a Patreon down below if you want the unedited version of this reaction with the picture and everything. Otherwise, you can line up your own copy with this if you want to, but we will be starting in 3, 2, 1. Her late mother. So she's used it before. Okay, her parents' deaths. I feel like I'm gonna want to write that down, but I can't right now. Hmm. So has this, like, something just like this happened with her before then? Oh, wow. Okay. And the fact that she, despite this happening, despite this happening before, that she was willing to use the monkey's paw again. Wow. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah, because she thinks if she loses, if she's ever slower than someone, then she's gonna hurt them, you know? More things. She is afraid of her own yeah. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Sad. It's very sad. She gave up what she wanted to do, right? She only joined basketball because she was afraid of hurting other people. Hmm. She can't accept it though, right? Mm-hmm. It's interesting. She's so afraid of hurting other people like this, but um she's done it again, you know. God, and this all of this is just gonna make Araki feel even worse. Hmm. But she didn't use it. She didn't. Yeah. Mm-hmm. She didn't use it until she found out Aragi's around. Maybe. Kind of a dangerous thing to give your child. Wonder where her mom got it. Oh well. Maybe. Hmm. I don't really believe that. Just back to framing it in this way that she, did it in a trance and that it wasn't really, it is her decision, it's her. Huh. So yeah, I mean, it's very interesting because it's like um, she decided to give up track because she's worried about hurting people, right? She's so afraid that her decisions and her choices are going to hurt other people, right? Um, that she's not, you know, pursuing what she actually wants to do in life, I guess. I mean, I'm sure she likes basketball now, right? But the only reason she ever gave up track is because she was afraid of hurting other people. But now she's, you know, doing it again. I guess it makes more sense why she would idolize Senjugahara as well, right? Senjugahara didn't have to use a weird monkey paw evil thing to become the ace of the track team. Like, she feels like she had to, you know? Hmm. God, I'm have a lot of thoughts. Destroy, expel. Well, that's why they came here. They want to know what your plan is. You can only save yourself. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Araragi's the obstacle here, right? I think I know I think I know what Araragi's answer to this could be. Mm-hmm. That. Yeah. That. Hmm. Couldn't play basketball anymore. And I think so. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oof. Araragi still doesn't get it. No. She's saying it's what she didn't wish for. Yeah. I don't even think it's that. I don't think it's him being nice, though. I think it's the easier explanation to accept. I don't think it's like him wanting to just think good of people. Mm-hmm. Because it's not a monkey's paw, remember? It just fulfills your wish. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, the lighting. Mm-hmm. Because that's what she wished for. Mm-hmm. Oh. Mm-hmm. And like people have thoughts and desires like that all the time. They just normally didn't have a way to fulfill them, you know? Especially as a child, you know. I mean, mm-hmm. Yeah, it's much easier to accept that, you know? Yeah, it's an excuse, but yeah. Oh, true. Yeah, she used it before, and her arm eventually went back to normal, right? Oh, because her wish was fulfilled in that case. Right, right. Yeah. Her arm became like that. She went to go beat up her classmates, and then the arm went back to normal before she ever noticed. Mm-hmm. Mm. I don't think that's it. I really don't think it's that. I don't think it's that he's nice or that he's just thinking good of people. I think he's just doing the same thing she's doing, you know? Mm-hmm. Ooh. Okay. They did mention this about how he has to get his blood drunk, but he's doing it right now. Interesting. Man, I really want to know what's up with that. You always say that. Every time. Hmm. Might not be enough. So what's the plan? He's just gonna fight her? Will that make the demon arm go away if you just beat her up? I don't think so. I don't think it would just give up after losing once, right? Okay. Yeah, but would uh hmm. Yeah, sure. I guess Aragi if Aragi's truly immortal through his regeneration, if he really can't die, then I guess I can see it. Power up by giving her blood. What? How does that work? Okay. He powers up by giving her his blood. Hmm. Interesting. You can't help it. He has to. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I was saying last episode. He just went to her house when he knew it was her. Well, I think I understand why, but because he didn't blame her for it. Really? Okay. I don't think that's, everyone hates someone at some point. That's an excuse. I don't know. I wonder if it's he feels like, no, I think I get it. It's because he feels like she is right in hating him. Right. It's because he understands her feelings completely. He thinks that she is in the right here and that she should hate him. All right. Okay. How's this gonna go? Ooh. The music. Whoa. Oh, okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I don't even, I, like, he's very athletic. I don't think he's stronger than her. Oh, interesting. Did they think, so he thought only the arm was gonna attack him. Okay, is he dumb? Yeah, they've been talking about this whole time. Yes. Yeah, sure. Uh-huh. Yeah, no matter how much she can say that it's not what she wanted, it's what she wished for, obviously. Yeah. Ooh, interest. Just like she gave up track, she wants to give up her arm too. Just because she's scared of hurting people, right? Very interesting. Because it's her, but she wants to deny it so much. Shinobu-chan's blade. Okay. We're getting a lot about Shinobu as well. No, that's wrong. It's because he thinks, okay, so he's dumb and he thinks that, right? He's still blaming on that, but he also agrees with her feelings and thinks that she should hate him. He thinks, like, imagine from Aragi's point of view, if she got her arm cut off and had to quit playing basketball, how he would feel when he thinks that she is, like, in the right here. Yeah, like, yeah, want him to what? I mean, yeah, he just thinks that she is much more deserving of all of this than him. That she can't just give up. Uh, oh my god. I can't believe this was made in 2009. It looks so good. Oh my god. I hope he's completely immortal. Jesus Christ. What? Alright, okay. Alright. Can't keep any more. Dragahara's here. Whoa. The color swap. Hmm. Interesting, Aragi didn't think of this either. Well, he lied to her, didn't she? I mean, didn't he? About Kambura. So I guess he specifically wanted to keep her out of it. I guess that was before he knew everything, though. Mm-hmm. You sure did. You sure did. True, true. Your threats of killing him have, you know, they've been fulfilled already. Oh, oh. That's what he thought. That is what he thought. Even though that would just never work, right? I mean, he can't die, right? For one thing. Yeah, and like, what does he think's gonna happen? Kamuro's gonna kill him and they're just gonna happily get together? I don't know if you should think of it like that, I guess. Even if he wasn't immortal, he would do him being immortal is getting in the way of this. You know, it's screwing over his plans. It's not like he's doing this because he's immortal. Mm-hmm. Well, he doesn't value himself very much, does he? It worked with her, right? When he helped her, when he helped Hajikuji. Hmm. Yeah. That killing Araragi won't work. Mm-hmm. It's not to, I mean, it's to Kumbara. Like, let's drop the euphemism here, right? Aragi's just still viewing it as if it's just the rainy devil, you know? He just really, I don't know. It's very interesting. No. Wow. That's how you want to view it, I guess. Hmm. He's really just being dishonest with himself about his own actions and his own motivation here, you know? Hmm. Interesting. We're gonna get this at the end of every arc. Hmm. Oh. Just happening again, right? It's the same thing. Oh. Hmm. It's very sad. Man, you know, they... Hmm. I do not. Okay. What? What are they talking about? Mm-hmm. Is that a quiz? All right. I don't know. Sure. Um, Man, that was a sad ending. I'm not gonna lie. They there was happy music playing and Conbury was looking all cute and stuff, but that was a depressing ending to that arc. I'm not gonna lie. All right, we'll talk about it in the discussion. Alrighty, guys. So I definitely have some thoughts about this. God. I'm trying to think. I said a lot during the episode, so I mean, I guess I'll just try and expand upon it here. I just think so. God, where do I even want to start? Here, I'm going to talk about the stuff I don't want to forget first, which is the stuff about Shinobu, which sure has barely anything to do with what we just watched, but I'm going to talk about it. So this is very interesting. So Araragi feeds Shinobu his blood, um, and that makes him stronger, right? That's what Oshino said. Is Oshino said, uh, feeding Shinobu your blood powers you up, and he said something about how he won't even be a tenth as strong as he was during spring break, which is interesting. But I wonder how this relationship works, how the what the power dynamic here is. I really have no idea because Shinobu drinks his blood, and that makes him become stronger. I just literally have no idea. And then like what's up with Shinobu? What I don't know. What happened here? What happened with her? Because Araragi is always very dismissive of her. And anytime anyone asks about her, he's like, "Oh, it's nothing. Don't worry about it." And she just seems so depressed and in such a terrible state that it's so weird that Araragi doesn't want to like help her, like he does with everyone else who has been anything like this. Because it's like every other character that has had any problem at all, he's been like, it's impossible for me to not have to help them. But here's Shinobu, this little girl who is like, I don't even know, she sits around and mopes all day, and Araraga's like, oh, she's nothing, forget about her. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It is weird. Do not know. Um, hmm. Let me see what Yoshino said exactly about the blood. See if I can find it real quick. Yeah, he said, you power up by giving Shinobu-chan as much of your blood as you can. So the more blood he gives her, the stronger he is. It makes him stronger. I don't know. That's bizarre. Okay. All right. Weird. Okay. Anyway, so let's talk about the other stuff that actually happened in the episode now. I don't know why I wanted to cover that first. I just didn't want to forget about it. Um, okay, so this ending was depressing. I am not gonna lie. Because so for one, Kombaru has just like we set up here in the beginning that Kombaru, right? She gave up playing track. She started playing basketball instead because she was worried that her decisions and what she wants is going to hurt other people, right? Like that's the basic that's like the basis of it, right? Is obviously there's weird supernatural stuff involved, right? But what she's worried about is what she wants, what her decisions are going to hurt other people. So she decides, okay, I'm going to do something completely different instead because I don't want to hurt other people. So I want to play basketball, right? Because if she plays basketball, she thinks, if she's always the fastest person when she's playing basketball, that's a lot easier than always being the fastest person when you're playing track. So it's less likely that she's going to beat up people. Because she thought that her first wish was active this whole time, and that if anyone's ever faster than her, she's going to beat them up. Um, which is just it's sad, right? It shows that she has this self-sacrificial like nature to her, kind of like Araragi, right? Where she decides to stop doing what she wants because she's worried about hurting other people. Um, but she has like this cycle almost, where it was her desire in the first place that made her beat those people up, which for one is very understandable in a way how a lot of people have thoughts like that and like, think of doing something awful at some point, especially as a child, right? She was a grade schooler. Um, but people don't have the means of actually going through with it. Um, Kombaru in this case has the monkey hand, where I guess it's a demon arm left by her mother. Which, for one, it's good to know her parents are dead, and her mother had some weird connection to this stuff because her mother left her the demon arm. I don't know. I wonder where she got it. But she had the means to actually go through with these dark desires that she had. which most people don't. Most people might think, oh, I wish, you have someone who's mean to you all the time. You just want to beat them up. Most people can't do that, you know. Um, but she has this monkey arm that let her actually go through with doing it. And then now it's like it's happened again, where she is very jealous of Araragi, which again, it's very strange how it was only a problem when Araragi showed up. I don't know. It's very interesting. I talked about it some in the last episode, so it's probably just more of the same thing, where Araragi showing up and Senjugahara dating someone else just makes her think that it could have been her instead, this whole time. I feel like that's probably what ignited the anger, right? And she does it again. She says, at least through Araragi's narration, which is him believing her excuse, pretty much. I am so good at clicking perfectly on the exact spot. It's crazy. She says this, which is she said she doesn't know when she took it out, but I really don't believe her. Um, and she's just doing the same thing again, where her decisions, what her desires, are gonna hurt someone else, right? Um, which is sad, especially because the only reason that she is like this, that she thinks like this, that she feels like she has to give stuff up and she's so afraid. I assume she's very afraid of her own desires, right? Because she decides she has to stop playing basketball now, too. Um, the only reason she's like this is because she has the actual means to go through with it, through the monkey arm, which most people have thoughts and desires like this. They just can't, they just don't have means to go through with it. Um, Especially in this case, it's like this weird, supernatural means. It's a way to go through with it where she can blame it on something else. And yeah, and it's like, and it's just now she's given up another part of herself, for the sake of other people, right? Um, well, because like in this case, it's not as directly connected as last time where she was worried about, you know, running too fast and being faster than people and beating them up. But in this case, she says her arm is like this, so she has to stop playing basketball. And in this case, it's just, you can connect it in a similar way. But it's different, but not really. It's just she's just giving up another part of herself, for the sake of other people, but in a way that's like because of her own actions in the first place. It's so weird. It's so, I don't know. It's very sad. Because it's weird that she outwardly she seems so like you know she's so sad about it, and she seems well-meaning and that she doesn't want to hurt people, um but it's just what keeps happening, right? She keeps just having these desires and going through with them, and they hurt other people, and then she just feels terrible about it. um I don't know, it's very interesting. Because she just wanted Oshino to cut off her arm. Just I don't know. She seems like a complicated character, to be honest. Hmm. And it's like for Araragi here, I guess we'll switch to Araragi now. For Araragi, the reason why he is so adamant, for one, okay, so let's go through Aragi's motivations here, right? So after Kamburu told him all of this stuff about Senjugahara and all of this, right? He is thinking in his mind that Kamburu deserves Senjugahara more than he does, right? Because of his, we've talked about it a million times at this point. Like, how his mindset about Senjugahara is that he didn't even do anything for her, uh, that he didn't even help save her, and that's the only reason why he thinks that she's dating him in the first place. And he thinks, if he had no part in it, he doesn't deserve her or anything about it. He just thinks it's. Yeah. So for Kanbaru, it's like for Aragi, Kanbaru does deserve it, right? Because she really wanted to save Senjugahara, and she would have, for Aragi, it's only because he had a connection with Oshino in his mind that he was able to help Senjugahara. So it's like all of the stuff that Kanbaru has told him about Senjugahara, it's like he is on her side in this. He thinks that she is right, that she is in the right here. And that's why he's so adamant that they shouldn't cut off her arm, right? I mean, he thinks he like agrees with her. Um, yeah, and that's why he decides, to basically let her kill him. And it's like Senjogahara said at the end that even if he wasn't immortal, even if he wasn't completely unkillable, he would have done this anyway. It's what he thought was the right thing to do in this situation to help her, was for him to die, for him to be out of the way, you know? So we know now that his desire to help other people, at least in this case, goes so far up to letting himself be killed, you know? I feel like this case might be unique because because in this case, he thinks that she is in the right here and that he is in the wrong, you know? It's like, yeah, because it's like he's, instead of asking like, oh, what am I gonna do about Shinjagahara? You know, it's like my girlfriend that I'm dating. No, he's like, what are you gonna do about Shinjagahara? It's only you that matter. You are the one who deserves it, you know? Um, Even though that's like kind of a bad way to think about people, you know? I just think that's what's going through Araragi's mind here, you know? Because he just doesn't care. He doesn't care about himself, because it's like for him, he didn't think. I don't know. It's very sad. It's very. This is the most sad arc so far. Even though it has what seems like a happy ending, it seems like the ending is framed as if it's like happy. Because I guess through Aragi's mind, if we're viewing this through Aragi's narration, it's like there's this happy music playing as if it's like great and all of this, but uh, I don't think this in any way will help Aragi's mindsets about Senjugahara and Kombaru here. I don't think it's going to help in any way with him thinking that he doesn't deserve Senjugahara dating him. And it's not gonna, you know, it's like he probably almost feels like he's like manipulating Senjugahara in some way, because he is convinced that he actually hasn't done anything to help her, and that she's only dating him because she feels like she should because of that, you know. Even though the situation here is just so depressing, you know. He wanted to let Kombaru kill him, just man. Hmm. And like I was going to talk about this in the, what was it? I think it was 2 episodes ago. I was going to talk about this 2 episodes ago. I didn't because I thought it might be reaching, but maybe it isn't. About how when they were talking about their future, Senjugahara was talking to Aragi about his future and what he plans to do when he graduates. And he didn't have an answer. He was like, I don't know, I haven't thought about my future. I don't know. Um, I can't help but say and think that that is a very common thing in people who are like suicidal, right? People who you know, why plan for the future if you think you're going to be dead soon? And it is interesting that he jumps so quickly to, I'm just going to let her kill me, you know? Because I feel like even if you're someone like Aragi, who has this crazy feeling of you have to help people and like this extreme right and wrong thing, you know, where he thinks it's like, you know, he is in the wrong here, and she is more deserving of everything, so she gets to kill him, right? He just has this very low opinion of himself and his own life, you know. Um, it's like himself. It's like it's selfless the way he's acting, but I think only because he just doesn't care about himself, you know. Um, so the whole thing about not thinking about your future is just indicates a greater trend of suicidality that might have been happening for Araki for a while, and that's probably part of why he acts like this in the first place. Um, because if his mind goes to such a point automatically of thinking that he is in the wrong, and that you know, he's just been completely negative about everything, basically, you know. He thinks like this whole Aragi Senjugahara relationship, he has very negative thoughts about that. At least I have no reason to believe his thoughts about that have improved in any way at this point. And just his go-to solution here was just letting Kombaru kill him. You know? Yeah, it's very sad. I don't know. I don't know. And Senjugahara calls him out, and he's just like, oh, she saw through it, or whatever. He just thinks this really dumb, surface level thing about it, which is just like crazy. Because like this is a pretty serious thing, man, that you're trying to kill yourself here, basically. You know? Really, she started to understand, like, what are you talking about, man? This is like crazy. What are you doing? Like, you can't do this. I don't know. It's not a good place to be in when other people value your life more than you do, you know? Like Like Senjugahara is saying she will kill someone if they kill you, and you're out here trying to let someone kill you. Because yeah, I don't know. It's very sad for Araragi, I guess. And then to go more into Araragi and how it's sad, right? He is going to blame himself forever for Kombaru giving up basketball, right? For one thing. Like her saying that she has to give up playing basketball because her arm isn't going to work because her arm is still all messed up and it's the monkey arm. Like he is going to blame himself for that for forever. I'm like 100% sure of that, because in his mind, his solution of letting himself be killed would have fixed it. Her arm would have gone back to normal. She could still play basketball. So I do not doubt for a second that he values Kombaru's ability to play basketball over his own life. Like 100%. Especially if they'd cut off her arm as well, right? It just would have, that's part of why Aragi fights against it so much, right? He would much rather the two solutions that Oshino gave of either the Rainy Devil can kill you or we can cut off your arm. Araragi picks that first one every time, like 100%. Um, hmm. It's like him and Conver are almost similar in that way. How they both kind of put their what they want under other people's under the effects that what they want is going to have on other people, right? Well, no, maybe not, because I don't think Aragi's being like disingenuous here. I think for Kombaru, she is scared of her own desires and what she wants and how they're going to affect other people. For Aragi, his desires and what he wants, it's just he ignores the pain that it's going to cause to himself, right? It's not that he is, yeah, it's not that he's being selfless. It's not that he is just puts himself under people because he wants other people to be like happy and he doesn't care. No, it's because the value of himself to him is very low, and he doesn't care about the impact that things will have on him. Kombaru is very worried about the impact that her desires and actions will have on other people. But it's just weird. She just has this weird, God, I don't know. It's just two things at once. She's very worried about that, but she still goes through with it twice now, I don't know. I mean, it makes sense. I still feel bad for Kombaru. I can't, um, I can't just like blame Kombaru for this. I feel bad for her. She's given up another part of herself just because she's afraid of like the darker side of herself and her own desires, Giving up playing basketball. Um, hmm. Well, is there anything else I wanted to talk about here? I feel like I always just go through these so fast, but maybe that's fine. I don't know. I don't think there's anything else I want to say. Um, I feel like I'm pretty locked in here on what I feel like Aragi's thoughts and feelings are, and Kombaru's thoughts and feelings. Senjugahara really is the goat in this situation, I suppose. She is, yeah. If there's anything else, I kind of don't think so. I think that might be it. I don't want to forget, though, about anything. Because that's happened a couple times, and I'm always mad when I forget about stuff I wanted to talk about. Hmm. No, I guess that might be it. Well, that was a good episode. It's a very good arc. I think that's my favorite arc so far, probably. We got a lot of insight into Araragi, a lot of insight into Kombaru. Obviously, Kombaru's a new character, so of course we got insight into her. Um, Man, huh? Yeah, that was good. All right, well, I guess I'll see you guys next time, the next arc. I'm excited for it, so I will see you guys then.